For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check out g2a.com, and if you need any Ultimate Team coins, then head over to FIFA. The code CHES will get you a discount on both sites, and all links are down below. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 36 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. Today we're playing sides that are a little bit further away from home. Of course, in the previous episode we had a huge local derby against Peterborough United, which did end in a 1-1 draw, unfortunately, despite the fact that they went down to 10 men. So I'm hoping for better results today, and the first opposition that comes our way is coming to us rather than us travelling to them, and it's Chesterfield, a side that actually are pretty strong in League One, and you would have thought they'd have been top half, if not playoff challengers this year. So it's not going to be an easy game by any stretch, and I am definitely aware of all of the various threats they pose. They're playing a rather defensive 4-2-3-1, although to be fair, it's nice to actually see a different formation from a 5 at the back or just a flat 4-4-2. So perhaps they'll be a little bit more adventurous. We'll have to wait and see. But in the early few minutes, they were a little bit more adventurous. Fletcher's going to draw a good save out of a Bogo. Not the best of clearances from Greg Taylor, unfortunately, but thankfully, the better defender in Paul Downing was able to come across and comfortably get the ball away. But they caught me out there with that short corner. Hurd squares it across to Ryan, and Abogo almost trips on it more so than actually saving it. And again, it's a poor clearance that has to be cleared up again by a second defender. So I was getting a little bit flustered at the back. Chesterfield were really playing some nice football, and I wasn't necessarily defending it to the best of my ability. But neither were they, and that was a good chance there for the youngster Jenkins Chickawee, who really should have done better after quite skillfully turning inside the man. Should have put that away into the back of the net, and I was quite annoyed that he didn't. But we were going to get another chance just a few minutes later, 10 minutes before half time. Michael Woods across to Tom Elliott, and again it's a simple turn inside the defender, but it really should not have gone into the back of the net. You can clearly tell that that is a horrendous mistake by the goalkeeper. He's clearly rather upset at himself for letting it in. We'll have a look at the replay just to kind of compound his misery. Good turn inside, but that is straight at him. I have no idea what sort of animation that is as an attempted save. Hits him on the elbow, goes into the back of the net, and we're at 1-0, and hopefully we're going to try and get ourselves into half-time with that lead intact. Although, again, catch me out with a quick short free kick there as opposed to the corner, and they are going to get it back into the box to Fletcher, but this time Abogo holds on, and a much better save from him, and a more convincing save that gives me a little bit more confidence in him. But we headed into the second half with that 1-0 lead intact. We're going to try and improve on it if we possibly can, but this time the goalkeeper Wright makes a better save than he did last time around, despite the quite brilliant turn there from Kwesi Appiah. Good strength to hold the man off, then the kind of back heel ball roll to get the ball, drag back I guess, to get the ball around the defender, but again the goalkeeper on hand this time, and our goalkeeper was kind of flapping at nothing there, Abogo, not having the best game he's had in the Cambridge United shirt, but he was able to get a clean sheet. Their finishing was left to be a little bit desired. Unfortunately, they needed to improve, and hopefully for them they'll be able to improve in forthcoming fixtures. But 3 points for me, and that's the most important thing as far as I'm concerned. So we'll jump into the second game, and again a side that are nowhere near us in geographical sense. Fleetwood Town, away from home this time, and that is a good 5-hour car journey from Cambridge. A really long trip, but hopefully the fans will have something to cheer about. They're playing a rather adventurous formation though. We've seen in League 2 and the start of League 1 that teams were playing very defensively against us, but Chesterfield there played a more open formation and actually attacked me a bit more and played some better football and perhaps with a better side. And Fleetwood seems to have learned from that and are trying a similar-ish formation with a 4-1-2-1-2 wide, and we'll have to wait and see if they can have this same sort of level of effect offensively as Chesterfield did in the previous game. Obviously it was their finishing that let them down, but their chance creation was very good indeed. Our defending was a little bit better here though. Good clearance from Josh Coulson. It drops to Evans, turns inside well, feeds the man Sarcevic, is it there? And he really should have put that into the back of the net. Similar to the Chesterfield game, it's the finish at the end of a very good move that lets our opposition down. Woodstow plays through Robbie Simpson here, and they defended really well in this first half. You can see I've got no options. I have to take that on from outside the box. Robbie Simpson was just being kept out by a good solid defensive line, and they were keeping my passing options kind of cut off from me as well. So solid defensive work and good attacking work from Fleetwood here, especially that chance there. Evans really unlucky not to have gotten that on target despite getting the jump on the defender. And I wasn't sure, is the computer learning how to play against me? Because the past past couple of games, and including the game in the previous episode, they really have improved in the way that they're playing against me. But Robbie Simpson should have put that into the back of the net. I didn't tell him to do a fancy finish. He did that of his own accord, and I was quite pissed off at him for doing so. And we should have been 1-0 up there, but we went in at half-time at 0-0, and they were again on the attack at the start of the second half, picking the ball up on the edge of the box here with Hughes, and he has the shot, but Coppola does really well to hold on to that. I was quite impressed, actually. Handling isn't the best of his attributes. He's more renowned stat-wise for his diving and his reflexes, but good handling there. Unfortunately, though, after they missed a good header in the first half, we missed a good header in the second through Robbie Simpson. They should have done better, and that was his last action of the game. I took him off, as I did with Tom Champion. Brought on Luke Chadwick and Adam Armstrong to hopefully add a little bit of fresh impetus to the offensive side of things, and they were actually going to be involved towards the start of their time on the pitch. Luke Chadwick gets played in here by Kwesi Appiah, has the shot, and that was not very far away whatsoever. The goalkeeper's reaction kind of gave the impression that it was a long way away. I think it was just him giving up because he couldn't get there. That was only a fine margin wide, and that was the fine margin that was the difference between a draw and a win. A 0-0 draw away from home against Fleetwood. A clean sheet, which is good. 2 clean sheets in a row. However, we really should have come away with 3 points from that one against Fleetwood, but fair play to them. They defended very well indeed. Again, as you saw there, the shot from Champion, similar to the one from Simpson earlier on, was from outside the box. I wasn't able to work the ball about as well, and they played some intricate little passes in that one, so I'm not sure. Maybe the computer is learning how to play against me. But we come up in the third and final game of the episode against another side that actually are one of the best in the league, Doncaster Rovers. Obviously yo-yoed a little bit in recent years between League One and the Championship, and of course really unlucky last year with that dramatic last day game against Brentford to not get automatic promotion last year. So they stay in this division, but they too are playing a flat 4-4-2, I think it is, against me this time. Yes, so I'm not necessarily as defensive as the Chesterfield one with only 1 striker and 2 CDMs. So again, I was expecting a tough game, and a tough game is exactly what we were going to get. Obviously, Doncaster have come up from non-league in the recent-ish past, I guess, the past 10 to 15 years or so. They've kind of established themselves as a league side, and we actually tried to catch them out there with Jenkins Chicory. I thought I'd try and take that one early and try and sneak it in the near post. It didn't work, and they went up the other end, won themselves a corner. Goalkeeper doesn't really decide what he's going to do there. Didn't kind of stay on his line, kind of took a step out and didn't really make any sort of attempt to get to the ball there. But Harrison Dunk pings a gorgeous ball over the top to Tom Elliott here, brings it down really well, steps inside the defender, and a top finish to give us a 1-0 lead. A classic counter-attack. The ball from Harrison Dunk was top class, and we were going to try some long balls up further towards the front line there, but this time on the ground it got picked off. I think it's Jamie Forrester picks the ball up there. He's going to get it back from Arizala over the top, brings it down really well, stands it back up for his teammate Middleton, and I'm not really too sure what the defender and goalkeeper in front of this shot there were trying to do. You'll see from the replay, Abogo, the goalkeeper, just kind of falls over, and then the defender just kind of falls over him, and they peg us back to 1-1 almost immediately after we've gone in front. So again, a solid display from an opposition team, actually adapting to how I've been playing this year. But Adam Armstrong's in behind here, had to take the shot a little bit earlier than I wanted to because the defender had the pace on me, and unfortunately the finishing was again left to be a little bit desired, similar to Chesterfield's earlier on. But Doncaster were going to have the next chance in the second half. Really good skill on the edge of the box there. Furman gets tackled but has good strength to play the ball in, and McKay puts the ball into the back of the net, but it's given as offside. Now in the replay, look to the far side of the box, there are 2 defenders there, and it really is the slimmest of margins that he's offside by. You could have forgiven the linesman for giving him the benefit of the doubt and letting the goal stand. But as was the case in the Fleetwood game, it was the finest of margins with that shot from Luke Chadwick that denied us the win. Here, it was the finest of margins that denied us the defeat. So I'm quite pleased at the fine margins in that case, but obviously in the second game, I would have preferred that Chadwick's shot went in. So we get 2 draws and a win from this one. Still undefeated, but our pace is slowing down, and we have been caught by Walsall at the top. And weirdly, the 2 sides that played the best against us, all 3 sides actually that played against us today, 20th, 22nd and 23rd, but they were 3 of the hardest games we've played so far this year. So perhaps this league is going to be a lot tighter than we initially thought. We are doing very well so far, and there isn't much of a difference between League 1 and League 2 football, so it's not really too much of a surprise. But with the squad we have at the minute, it will be a lot tougher in the Championship next year should we be able to get ourselves promoted. So it may be a little bit more of a breeze in League 2 and League 1, but it will get a lot more difficult as we head towards the finer endings of this Road to Glory Stars series. So hopefully we can continue to have a decent season in League One. I really am not confident of going undefeated for the entire season, especially considering the way the CPU is playing against me now, but hopefully we can continue undefeated for as long as possible. We've lasted this far, who knows how long it will go on. Let me know in the comment section how many more games you think I can last before I finally get defeated in League One. And of course, drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days. I know loads of you have been, or loads of people have been watching Team of the Year stuff and not really paying much attention to career mode. So if you are watching this video and you've made it this far into the video as well, your support is very much appreciated, and I can't thank you enough for all of the support you guys show on a consistent basis. Hopefully next week we'll pick up again after the Team of the Year hype is over, but that will bring today's episode and today's 2 videos to a close. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Back tomorrow with a My Player in the afternoon, because of course it's Saturday, and then another episode of this series in the evening. But for now, I will see you next time.